Turn it up, 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 turn it up.
Hey, thank you all. Hey, I got time for two?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do your thing, Rob.
The Nomad had a white box that he kept for his heart. He told me about it when I asked him in the alley behind the butcher's shop. He'd been traveling that day, you see, through town. He visited our market. He was still trying to exchange his foreign coins for our local fruits to pack away for his journey. He'd hold up a little red disc and say very grand and important like, "In the town of so-and-so, this coin would buy a man a ship, 20 men, and enough stores to ride the seas for 6 turns of the moon." This was given to me by the governor of so-and-so, for his daughter was passionately in love with me, and he found the two of us together. He offered me he could kill me on the spot, or he would give me this coin to go and never return to the town of so-and-so. He would then make a big show of how he left so-and-so, not because of the governor's bargain, but because he'd grown tired of the passions of the governor's daughter. And just to show how little he cared for the governor's coin, he would let this valuable coin go for just a few lychees and a hard egg. Now everyone in town knows the stranger, the Nomad, is lying when he haggles. But his lies are amusing, and his coins are foreign. They've got stamps, pictures of mountains, of beaches on them. And no one in town has seen a mountain or a beach before. So they traded their fruits for his coins, and they collected, and they showed them off. But I wasn't interested in mountains, and I wasn't interested in beaches. None of us children were. It was a luxury to think about such things in a time of war. See, the butcher's boy had fallen sick, and without him, his faction, the fat-cheeked, pig-faced little anarchists who wear the green ribbons in town. They're weak. He was their biggest brawler, and today we, stoic, noble, and proudly wearing our red ribbons, disciplined, we were going to strike. We were going to take down the butcher's boy, maybe break his arm, and without him, the green ribbons would fall. We could take them street by street. In such times, who was the time to think about some adult? But the mothers had strictly forbidden us to talk to the stranger. So when we, gathered in front of the butcher's door with sticks and stones, saw him wandering alone down our dusty streets, we dropped our sticks and stones and we gathered around to talk to him. He told us stories. He told us that he was thousands of years old, that he'd seen the war. He'd seen the peace that came before the war. He'd seen the wars before that peace. He told us that he traveled from place to place because he was running from his years. He told us that if he ever stayed in one place for too long, his years would catch up with him all at once and he would turn into dust. Well, if you can't stay in one place, I asked him, where's your home? Ah, child, he says, no family, no home. But I have this box, and from some secret passage, some pocket in his tunic, he pulls out a box, white, worn, maybe wood, inlaid with gold, and there had once been carvings, intricate and deep in it. But the box was so worn that you could no longer tell what they were. Inside this box, child, he said, I keep my heart. Nuh-uh, said the doctor's daughter. I've seen a heart. It's too big. You couldn't fit it in that box. The doctor's daughter was an idiot, undisciplined, and she was a little snot. I cuffed her for interrupting the stranger and let him continue. Inside this box, I keep my heart. And wherever I go, whenever I travel, if I find a city, a town, a dwelling that I like, a place that seems nice and decent and civil, I take a little dirt and I put it in the box with my heart, and that way I can call that land my own. Ew! You put dirt in your heart? I cuffed the doctor's daughter again on general principles. But he, the stranger, the nomad, he laughed. Child, yes, little girl, you could say that I put dirt on my heart, because a dirty heart keeps my body very strong. But tell me, you are many strong children, and these bright, bold red ribbons, what are you all doing here? Now I stepped forward, I was the leader of the red ribbons, and I told him about the anarchy and the chaos of the green ribbons. I told him how, just like before, that chaos, that anarchy was going to destroy the world unless we stopped it. and we were going to stop it. We were strong, we were disciplined, we were proud. I told him how the butcher's boy was sick, how we were gathered here. We knew the butcher was out. We were going to break down his door. We were going to beat up the butcher's boy, maybe break an arm so he couldn't fight. And then we would be able to push back the green ribbons and we would save the world. Well, well, says the Nomad. This is a noble goal indeed. But to save the world, you have to be very, very strong. Are you sure you have that strength, child? Uh-huh. I can throw a rock over the doctor's house. That's impressive. But it's not physical strength that ends wars, child. You have to be morally strong. You have to have commitment. You have to know what needs to be done, and you have to have the fortitude to carry it through. Do you think you have that, child? Yes. Yes, I'm going to save the world. Show me. And the stranger moved his white box forward. He opened the lid, and inside was a very, very curved dagger. We gasped, the children and I. We were silent. The Nomad waited, and when I made no move, he looked at me. Perhaps, child, you're not so strong as you think. Perhaps you're not going to save anyone at all. I took his gift, and he took his dirt. As I walked towards the door of the butcher shop, I heard him say, "Child, maybe you should give anarchy a chance." I destroyed the green ribbons. I've destroyed many more besides. And it might be true what they say, that home is where the heart is. For wherever I go, wherever I wander, whatever I call my home, that Nomad also calls his own. So if when you wander, you meet a stranger with a white box, listen to his stories, laugh with him, take his foreign coins. But if he offers to show you what's in his heart, turn, walk away, go your separate ways, and hope that his years catch up with him. I call that one the Nomad's box.